Welcome back, everybody, to some more Vintage Cube content, and I am excited to announce that we have opened the best card in all of Magic. So we will be taking Black Lotus here, 100%. Just any deck that has Black Lotus is better than a deck without it. Alright. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Could take Tundra. Tundra is good fixing. Tempted to take Dark Ritual. Turn 1 Vraska might be good. Turn 1 Ready might be good. I'm going to take Dark Ritual just because it's, I think, a little bit better than fixing. Potentially. I mean, I wasn't trying to draft Storm, but we could be drafting Storm. It's Cabal Ritual, Demonic Tutor. We'll take Tutor. I don't know if Underworld Breach is in the cube, but if it is, I'm picking it. Okay, let's see. Ponder is really good. Teferi Time Raveler would be excellent. Pyretic Ritual, almost certainly going to wheel. I mean, I'm going to take Teferi because if you ever land it, you're just protected. Like, you're not going to get counterspelled or anything nuts. Plus, it's a good card. There's also the capability for us to turn 1 it because we have Black Lotus. Ooh, Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze is, I think, the best Storm win condition. There's also Hymn to Turok and Tomb. I think I'm going to take Brain Freeze, though. The card's just so good. Bazaar of Baghdad. Oh. I mean, I'm going to take Time Spiral. I'm never not going to take Time Spiral if I'm drafting Storm. It's just too strong. Sundering Titan, also hilarious if it comes around as like a backup plan. Let's see. Torrential Gearhulk is technically a way to buy back Brain Freeze, as well as Dark Ritual, to like half price itself. Ophiomancer is really good stall. Tithe Taker is also protection, but I prefer Teferi like every day of the week. Thirst for Knowledge I think is just really good. I think I'd rather have Thirst for Knowledge. Tolarian Academy. Tolarian Academy is a card that could be insanely good if we start drafting like Mana Rocks. This is only pack 1. Our other option is Inquisition, which would be really good in this deck as well. Don't let your dreams be memes. Okay, we could take Palinchron, but I think we take the fixing. Yeah, we'll take the fixing. It does technically let us fix for Teferi anyway. Gifts Ungiven is technically a Storm card. Land Tax might be good, but I'm afraid it's too slow. It does net you so many cards, though. I'm going to take Gifts. Cabal Ritual came all the way around. Perfect. So did Pyretic Ritual, as predicted. I don't know if we would take Pyretic Ritual here. Because we have Gifts Ungiven, I think we take on Burial Rites. There's like a backup combo. And that way we don't have to run red. We just need to find something we can win the game with on Burial Rites with. I don't think we need Giver of Runes. We're not building Devotion. We'll take Inspiring Vantage on the off chance we do run red. We're just not running red for Pyretic Ritual, that's all. Burning of Genier. We'll take Shambling Vent. And Ophiomancer. I'm really surprised to see a last pick Ophiomancer. Card's really good. Okay, so we have a few different options here. Dark Petition in this deck is crazy. Mind Twist is a way to just win the game on turn 1. Like we could go Swamp, Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Black Lotus, Mind Twist, and our opponent would just not have a hand. We definitely want Memory Jar. Mana Flare is useful, Empty the Warrens is useful, and Prismatic Vista is perfect fixing. This is a tough pack. Let's see. I think Memory Jar and Mind Twist and Mull Drifter are like the highest picks. We only have one draw 7. And Memory Jar, if we get Academy Ruins, is another way to win the game if our opponent has like Big Eldrazi. I'm kind of in the Mind Twist camp. Because that could just give us free games. Like totally free. So I'm going to take Mind Twist. Okay. In this pack, we have Creeping Tar Pit, which is fixing. We have Daze, which is protection. Volcanic Island, but we're not running red at the moment. Enlightened Tutor doesn't find anything useful. We are looking for a big creature that isn't an Eldrazi to Unburial Rites. I think I'm going to take Daze. Creeping Tar Pit is good, but I don't think we want... we're looking for High Tide kind of a thing, so we want a lot of islands. I'm going to take Daze. Okay. Grim Monolith. Simic Signet is super good. Underground Sea is probably what we're picking here, because we have a Marsh Flats. Underground Sea is just too good. Alright. In this pack, there is a 1,000-Year Storm. As well as Yawgmoth's Bargain. We don't have any reason to run green currently. Mana Tithe is kind of trolly. We're not putting a sword on anything. I'll take 1,000-Year Storm. I think it's splashable. And there's some cards that 1,000-Year Storm would be really, really good with. Okay. Scalding Tarn, Heartbeat of Spring. Scalding Tarn can get Underground Sea. There was also a Sacred Foundry and a Savannah in this pack. So I think I'm going to take Scalding Tarn because it's good for us now and it potentially gets better. Plus there's not a lot of decks that want Heartbeat, though Heartbeat is a way to guarantee Time Spiral nets us mana. I think I'm just going to take the Scalding Tarn though for now. Okay, so we could take Wormcoil Engine for Unburial Rites. We could take Fact or Fiction because it's nuts. We could take Regrowth because we can splash for it and buy back something like Black Lotus to make it a ritual, or Brain Freeze to just kill our opponent. We're not going to have enough Forest for Nissa. We could take Through the Breach, but we still have nothing, like no big creature payoff. Let's see. We could play, we could end up playing a turn 1 Wormcoil Engine. I'm going to take Fact or Fiction. Okay, Watery Grave is perfect. Smokestack is tempting. There's a Seething Song in this pack and a Toxic Deluge. We're going to take Watery Grave, though. Okay. Liliana is a way to win the game. Needle Spires is technically fixing for us now. There's a Revoker and a Narset. I think I'm going to take Narset. Because, Narset Time Spiral is a way to win the game. Dark Petition came all the way around. I do not want to take Empty the Warrens. I don't like Empty the Warrens. Creeping Tar Pit came all the way around. There's some chance we could take Murderous Rider, but I think I'd rather just have the fixing. Pack Rat can win by himself, Angel of Serenity is a decent card to end Burial Rites. I don't know what creature we're looking for. Angel of Serenity might fit the bill because she does answer 3 permanents at a time. But I like Pack Rat better as a backup win condition. Okay, we could take Yawgmoth's Bargain. We'd be losing a lot of life if we did that. Yeah, okay. Heartbeat of Spring came all the way around, so we're looking for a couple of green sources. Same with Regrowth. And Smokestack, which unfortunately we don't have the right cards to play because I love playing Smokestack. Lion's Eye Diamond. In the same pack as Darkslick Shores, Monastery Mentor, Strip Mine, Electromancer, and Brainstorm. I don't know if I started that sentence with Brainstorm or not. I hope for the sake of redundancy I did. We're going to take Lion's Eye Diamond because we have a Demonic Tutor. Now we just need like Yawgmoth's Will and we're good to go. Past in Flames would also be acceptable, but we would much prefer Yawg Will. Okay, let's see. Torch of Defiance is good. We did not get our, unsurprisingly, Memory Jar, so Academy Ruins is not as good. Rakdos Signet technically fixes for us as well as ramps, so I think we take the Signet here. We're going to have a hard time with double red, otherwise Torch of Defiance would be really good. Noble Hierarch. I think it's going to be tough to get green, and that only fixes if we get green. So we'll take the Signet. Okay. Elish Norn is a good Unburial Rites target. Urza, we don't have a ton of artifacts. Thron Dynamo, somewhat useful. Cloudskate's kind of fun, but that's better in a controlling deck rather than a deck like ours. We could take Emery and just buy back Black Lotus. Or Lion's Eye Diamond. That's gotta be good, right? Choose target artifact card, cast it from your graveyard. But we have no way to buy other cards back from the grave is the problem. I'm gonna take Elish Norn, and we might do like Gifts Reanimator out of the sideboard. Okay, so in this pack, Godless Shrine is good fixing for us. Frantic Search is just absurd, so I'm probably gonna take that. Night's Whisper, also not a bad card for this deck to have. We would love a High Tide, but I don't know if we're going to get one. Okay, Orzhov Signet, good fixing. Arid Mesa, also good fixing. Arid Mesa can get, oh, actually, like nothing right now. Everflowing Chalice and O-Stone. There's Sphinx of the Steel Wind, which is another good gifts target. I think I'm going to take Orzhov Signet. There's some chance we get enough mana rocks that we can actually run Tolarian Academy, and it'd be really good. Okay, Ancient Tomb is a little absurd. There's also Mirari's Wake, which is another mana doubling effect, which this is probably the most underrated mana doubling effect. We do have the colors to cast it. We would like a green land of some kind, though. I think we're going to take Ancient Tomb because we do have Signets, and that could be really good with Signets. Plus, it's also a free way to get, or not a free way because you do have to pay life, but a good way to get extra mana off of Time Spiral. Plateau. We can fetch with Marsh Flats or Scalding Tarn, and it gets us white and red. Field of Ruin, not ideal. Mindslaver is decent. We could take Lily. Turn 1 Liliana off of Dark Ritual or Black Lotus is strong. Yeah, we'll take Liliana. Okay, Dimir Signet is exactly the Signet this deck wants. Krasis is really good as well to draw a bunch of cards. We also have Brawl. Brawl's pretty crazy in Storm. But I think I'm going to take the Signet. Alright. Brainstorm. We have 2 fetch lands. We can also shuffle off of Demonic Tutor and Time Spiral. I kind of like Brainstorm. It just nets us so many cards to look at. Electromancer I'm not as big on because we don't have red. Mentor can win the game, but we don't have his non-creature. I'm going to take Brainstorm. Passing up Mentor there might have been a mistake, but I didn't have enough time to actually think about it. Mastermind's Inquisition could be pretty funny. I don't think we'd be wishing anything out of the sideboard, though. I'm going to take Inkwell, just in case we need it for, like, gifts or something. Still no way to buy stuff back from the grave. I think I'm going to take Ultimate Price. Like, we could do some Black Lotus shenanigans with this, but, like, milling some other cards could actually end our game very quickly. Okay, do we want the Godless Shrine, or do we want the Boros Signet? I'm kind of tempted to take the Boros Signet, because that way we can run Tolarian Academy. 4 Signets. Yeah, we're going to take Boros Signet. Sphinx of the Steel Wind I like as a Reanimator target. We have no way to fix for green at all, which is really sad. I'll take Mirari's Wake, though, and Terramander can go into the side. Alright, this is going to be a deck for sure. So, we have almost no creatures, which is fine. I don't think I want Ophiomancer. Now, what are we cutting from this deck and how? We have no green signets, which is really sad. We need to cut 7 cards. If that's the case, we'll cut the gifts package, the Gifts Ungiven Unburial Rights package, I think. I think having the Mana Rocks is good. I'm kind of sad because it's not as good as it could be. Let's see, is it worth having... We could trim Boros Signet. It is double off color. We have 1 red card in the deck and 2 white cards. Our only ways to get green mana at the moment, other than what's going to be a basic unfetchable forest, is Black Lotus and Lion's Eye Diamond. That probably means we have to cut them. But the mana duplication is so important for Frantic Search and Time Spiral. I feel like we need to be running at least some green and just try and dig for it with our card draw. We don't have green producing land, so it's not like we could even gifts for it if we had to, so probably just cut gifts. Let's see. Thirst for Knowledge is okay. I'm also kind of sad we don't have Past in Flames or a Yogg-Will. So we have to be careful when we pop Lion's Eye Diamond. I think it's my goal to 1,000 Year Storm and cast Dark Petition with Spell Mastery and just grab every black card out of the deck. Let's see, we need to cut 2 cards. We have just Pack Rat in the deck, which is fine. Maybe we have to get rid of Lily. I don't like that, because it gets rid of one more thing that Dark Ritual turn 1 into would be amazing, but we don't have a way to buy back a lot of the stuff that she's going to dump. Or even really like get value off of it. I don't think with 5 artifacts we can run Tolarian Academy. We definitely need more than 1 forest. I think about 3 forests is probably good. I think I'd rather cut this Inspiring Vantage altogether. Oops. And I think the deck ought to look like that. So we need to cut one more card. We don't have high tide, so having a ton of islands is not super important. It's still important to be able to hit blue, though, and rather consistently. Trim. Need to trim 1 card. I want to cut Yawgmoth's Bargain, but I think we actually need it for card draw. I think Fact or Fiction might be our most risky cast, but we're always going to get the card we want out of the top 5. It's only bad if we need 2 cards to win. We could cut Pack Rat, but then we're all in on Storm 100%. I think I'm going to do it. Okay. Here goes nothing. See you guys in round 1. Alright, round 1. This is not the most amazing hand in the universe, but we got some dig, we've got all our colors, so let's keep. Okay, opponent starts Wandering Fumarole. We're going to start Creeping Tar Pit. Opponent plays a Bloodstained Mire. We draw a Watery Grave. We're going to play a Shambling Vent and pass. Opponent cracks Bloodstained Mire for a Blood Crypt tapped. Plays a Mountain. And a Coalition Relic. Puts a charge counter on. We get an LED. So let's play a Forest. Play Demir's Signet. Play Rakdos Signet. And pass. Torch of Defiance for our opponent. I'm going to destroy an artifact and make us discard a card. We're going to discard Basic Island. We lose Demir's Signet. Puts a charge counter on Coalition Relic. Draw a Swamp. Alright, Watery Grave tapped. We'll pass. Opponent's gonna Thought Seize us, sure. Probably takes Frantic Search. Yep, that's easily our most powerful card. And a Consecrated Sphinx. Oh, well, that's a problem. Well, let's draw a bunch of cards for ourselves and our opponent, shall we? We are going to discard an artifact, I think. Opponent is going to draw 6 cards. So we're going to play an Underground Sea, pass the turn. If we draw Brain Freeze, we could come up with a pretty lethal Brain Freeze turn here. Never mind. We got Mind Twisted. And so let's see. How could we get out of this? We could get out of this with a Time Spiral and our opponent having no free counter spells. It has to be a really good time spiral, though. Black Lotus and Lion's Eye Diamond are in the grave, so Yogg's Bargain does not do it. So we are going to go ahead and go to game 2. So our opponent is on a Grixis control sort of list. And I think in that scenario we do want Pack Rat. I think Sphinx and the Unburial Rights package is fine. I may have just set this up in a way that we did not have enough ways to win in the deck. That's kind of what it felt like. We probably shouldn't be set up to be all-in combo. So we're going to take a minute to sideboard here. Maybe we can mostly cut white from the deck. Because our opponent had a lot of proactive spells that game. We don't know if they have reactive spells. Teferi might just... I think Teferi might just be good enough to keep. I think we cut Mirari's Wake. I think cutting Orzhov's Signet is... Well... No, I like the Signets. I don't think I want to cut them. Maybe we don't. I just don't know how our opponent can answer those cards. So we have to cut 5 cards. And we have a minute. I'm going to cut Fact or Fiction. We'll cut... Days, 1000-Year Storm, Rakdos Signet, Mountain for a Forest, I think. And we'll run 41 cards. Try it like this, see if this version of the deck is better, and if it feels way better, I think we'll swap to this in between games if I'm smart enough to remember that. This hand is very close to being good. So we can get Underground Sea. No, I think we get a mulligan. Okay, I think this hand is keepable. We're going to put back Watery Grave. Play Scalding Tarn, pass the turn. Opponent turn 1 swamp, nothing. Crack Scalding Tarn, we're going to go get... I guess we'll get Watery Grave tapped, just because drawing Underground Sea is better. We get a Heartbeat of Spring, play an island, play an Orzhov Signet, pass the turn. Opponent Thought Seizes us. I think they take Teferi, it's our only playable card, but Mind Twist is also tempting, I think. They take Mind Twist. Play an island. Okay, that's indicative they've got like Spell Piercer Days or something, but... Play Teferi. No targets minus. We draw Frantic Search. Alright, if we could just get a forest, that'd be great. Opponent plays a mountain and a Coalition Relic. Charges it up. We get a Regrowth. Plus Teferi. This is pretty bad, but we're going to Frantic Search. Discard on Burial Rights. And... I guess Regrowth. Though it is powerful. I think Heartbeat might be more important because we have Time Spiral. And our opponent's already blown Thoughtseize. Untap our lands. This is the saddest Frantic Search of all time. As long as we can keep Teferi on board, we should be safe to play a Heartbeat of Spring out. Okay, opponent abrades one of our only mana sources. That feels pretty bad. Charges up Coalition Relic. We draw Sphinx of the Steel Wind with no way to discard it. Feels bad, man. Pass the turn. Opponent getting charge counter. Hopefully we can get to Fairy up to 4 before they play like a creature threat. Rakdos return for 4. Well, at least Sphinx of the Steel Wind is in the grave. If we get a white source, we can win off Reanimate Sphinx. That is not a white source. Tick up to Fairy. Play Underground Sea. Pass the turn. Opponent goes looting. Discards Glorybringer Wandering Fumarole. Through the Breach. Grizzlebrand. There goes to Fairy. Okay. Opponent gets to draw an absurd amount of cards. Plays a Bloodstained Mire. 13 cards in hand for our opponent. Sacks Grizzlebrand. Discards a bunch of lands. We have no way to get cards back out of the grave because our Time Spiral and our Regrowth are there. So it's unlike we can't kill them with Storm. We basically have to do the Unburial Rites thing, which means our opponent needs to not have Force of Will or Force of Negation. Nothing. And they blew up our only white Signet, which means we have to get like Marsh Flats, Shambling Vent, or our Plains. It's very precarious. I can't remember if I brought in Pack Rat or not. I think I took it out at the last minute. Okay. Opponent's going to go Brainstorming. Arcane Artisan. Okay. And a Phoenix. Sure. Get a Forest. Play the Forest. Can we draw a Plains before our opponent kills us? They're gonna make us discard. Sure. I think they picked up a creature too. No, they hit us in the face. Okay. They're trying to burn us out. They get in for 4, sure. Alright, they need to not have a counterspell. Demonic Tutor. I guess it would be better to, well, if we Black Lotus for white, it gets around Spell Pierce, I guess. So we'll Black Lotus to play around Spell Pierce and into a different counterspell, I'm sure. Unburial Rites, Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Alright. It's got a lot of relevant keywords and protections. Alright, something big and nasty. It's Ulamog. Alright, you got us, opponent. Sad face. We don't even have enough HP to survive an Ulamog hit, which is disheartening. Not unless they attack with more than one creature, which I can't imagine they would. They bolt our face and kill us. Well, that was kind of sad for round 1. I think we are going to adjust the deck. I think that having the Gifts Ungiven package is just too strong to not have. And I think because we don't have a burn damage spell, we probably need to cut Thousand Year Storm. So we do Gifts Ungiven, Unburial Rites, and Sphinx Inkwell. We're going to go down Daze and probably Rakdos Signet. We actually would like the ramp. So maybe there's a different card we should take out. Probably Mirari's Wake. This means we don't need a mountain anymore. And that mountain should probably be Plains. So it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white sources. Even though a few of them are one shot. That's probably better. Okay, well hopefully we're set up better for round 2. Alright, we'll play first. Yeah, I think this is keepable. Start creeping Tar Pit, pass the turn. Opponent starts Shelldock Isle. Sure. We get a Heartbeat of Spring. That might mean we should tutor for Time Spiral. I don't know. I think I want to just wait and thirst for knowledge next turn, which means we're waiting for a long time to not really accomplish a lot. But we are going to see 3 new cards. Okay, opponent's going to chart a course, discarding a mountain. We find a Brainstorm. So we play Underground Sea, pass the turn. Now we have Brainstorm Demonic Tutor as a really, really old way to shuffle. Okay, we are going to thirst here. We're going to discard an artifact, and that artifact is going to be Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Untap, we draw a Plains. So we'll play Plains. Play Rakdos Signet. And pass the turn. Opponent's going to thirst on our main phase. Can we can't punish our opponent for this because we tapped our planes. Otherwise, we might have been able to Dark Ritual Demonic Tutor for Teferi. Opponent discarded an Orzhov Signet. Okay. Opponent plays a Steam Vents untapped. Into a Goblin Rabblemaster. Okay, they make a token. They get in for 1. And pass. Okay, we draw. Mind Twist. So we could Mind Twist our opponent's hand away if they don't have a counterspell. Play a Forest. Currently have 6 mana. We could go down 3 to go up by 3. Problem is we don't have an answer for that Rabblemaster. We could Dark Ritual into Inkwell Leviathan, but that doesn't really do much. I think Mind Twisting our opponent's hand would be our best bet. Because Rabblemaster is a huge source of damage. So we're going to Heartbeat. We can Dark Ritual from 4 to 6. Yeah, okay, we need all of it. Okay, our opponent has no hand. And it looks like they are playing Storm, with Rabblemaster as an alternate win con. We did double their mana, though, and they're very close to activating Shelldock Isle, which is scary. So our opponent's going to get in for a bunch of damage. Although this turn we can go and get a Time Spiral, but that lets our opponent redraw their whole hand. Okay, Lion's Eye Diamond. So we'll play a LED. Blue mana, right? Yeah, blue mana. Brainstorm. See what we get. There's Time Spiral. We'll put back Inkwell, Gifts, play Marsh Flats, Demonic Tutor, so we could get, we have Time Spiral in hand. We could get Dark Petition, then Dark Petition for Brain Freeze, which would give us Storm Count 5. That wouldn't be lethal. Okay, so we need to do something else. Ooh, let's do Narset. We have a fetchable Watery Grave. That should be enough. This would be 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that's enough. Good Narset. Fetch up Watery Grave. Pay 2. Play Narset. Play Time Spiral. With it on the stack, we're going to crack 4 blue. Time Spiral. Untap all our lands. Downtick Narset. Find Black Lotus. Sweet. This is just Lethal Storm, I think. Play Black Lotus. Play Thirst for Knowledge. Discard Dimir Signet. Play Lion's Eye Diamond. Brainstorm. Put back land. Then we're gonna Cabal Ritual. Then we Dark Petition for Brain Freeze. And we Brain Freeze our opponent for a lot. If they have an Eldrazi in the deck, which they might with Shelldock Isle, and it's also a Common Storm backup win condition, this is going to feel really bad. They have Blightsteel. Okay, so in that case, we Regrowth, Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze them again just to get that last non-Blightsteel card out of their deck. We're going to make them reveal Blightsteel Colossus like 10 more times. It's very awkward. Okay. Then we Demonic Tutor. Crack this for blue. We get Gifts Ungiven. We cast Gifts Ungiven. We get Unburial Rites and Sphinx of the Steel Wind. We have no targeted draw, unfortunately. And we use our Black Lotus and Unburial Rites, Sphinx of the Steel Wind. This is one heck of a turn. Okay. Opponent has a Blightsteel Colossus in hand and one unknown under Shelldock, plus one unknown in hand. And we win. Whew, that was close. Okay, so opponent has Blightsteel. It's kind of sad. I think I want Elesh Norn over Inkwell Leviathan, simply because they do have Rabble Masters and token producers. I think I also might want Daze. Just seems like it might be good against their deck. What will we take out for Daze, though? I don't know. It's only marginal. The game's probably going to go late. No Daze. I do want Pack Rat. And I would rather have Pack Rat than, I think, Yawgmoth's Bargain. Try like this. That is a very early Sphinx of the Steel Wind. But I think that's it. We will keep. We could Demonic Tutor for Mind Twist early. There's a Time Spiral. So we'll play Marsh Flats, pass the turn. Fetch Watergrave. We find Teferi. That's also super good. Play an island. We'll play a Dimir Signet, hopefully which baits a counterspell if they've got one. Opponent was F6, so it's unlikely they have a counterspell. We draw Pack Rat. So play a Plains. Play Teferi. And you know what? We're just going to tick up Teferi. Now we should be relatively safe. Unless our opponent has Ritual through the Breach. Glen Elandra Archmage. Let's bounce that. I don't think doubling our opponent's mana is a good idea right now. We could very easily die to like a Through the Breach Blightsteel. I guess we just Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Let's see what our opponent can do versus Sphinx and active Teferi. We could also start setting up for Narset Time Spiral. That might be fun. Opponent replays Glenalandra Archmage. We find an Ancient Tomb. Plus Teferi. Play Creeping Tar Pit. Attack for 6 Vigilance. And lifelink, and a whole bunch of other words. Alright, pass the turn. They're going to Time Warp. Looks like just to Desperation draw a card, or maybe Explore. Okay. Ah, so they were protecting themselves from Daze. Kind of glad I didn't bring Daze in then. That is a Hasted Blightsteel, which was the stuff of our nightmares. They attack us. And then they attack Teferi. Okay. We are going to block, because we have to. Teferi goes down to 2. They lose Blightsteel. It gets shuffled back in. We get Regrowth. Plus Teferi. Play Ancient Tomb. Let's play a Pack Rat. Okay, pass the turn. Opponent kills Teferi. Make a rat. Okay. Make a rat. Draw gifts ungiven. Okay. We might just gifts for cards. If we get the option. Attack for 4. Pass the turn. Opponent is going to Thirst for Knowledge. I think short of Sneak Attack Blightsteel, we should be fine. Did they discard Ancient Grudge and Mountain. Okay. Shows what I get for paying attention. Okay. Let's try the old Gifts Ungiven, shall we? Okay. Opponent's going to counter with Glenalandra. That's fine. We draw a Rakdos Signet. Let's go attacking. See what our opponent does. Discard the signet, make a rat. I don't think it's worth going all in. Because next turn we should have it anyway. Opponent has one turn to figure out a way out of this. And I don't imagine it's very hard to. They have to have some specific cards. Like an Echoing Truth here would really suck. Dig Through Time. Well, if anything can find them that short of a tutor, it's Dig Through Time. Find them, I guess their answers is what I'm trying to say. Get to look through the top third of their deck. Opponent has 8 mana, which is a very scary amount of mana. Opponent has 10 mana. Six for a Mindslaver, and they're going to Mindslaver to control us for a turn. Ooh, you know what? I think it's best we discard Time Spiral, because that would be a way our opponent could get out of this game. Oh shoot, we have double mana right now. Yeah, we're going to discard that Time Spiral. We're not going to let our opponent cast a Time Spiral. I think they're pretty desperate here. They can tap our Ancient Tomb and ping us and hit us for 1. But our opponent should not have a way to get back that Time Spiral. They can cast an Elesh Norn if they want to. Because next turn we can cast an Elesh Norn. Okay, they're going to discard Elesh Norn, make a rat. Opponent gets their probably final turn, unless they have like a Cryptic Command or something. Are we dead? That's a lot of mana. Something's happening. 16 mana. Are you casting an Emrakul, sir? Turnabout. Okay. Oh, it's probably Explosion to draw a ton of cards. I don't think it's a lethal explosion, is it? Oh my gosh, it's exactly lethal. That Ancient Tomb got us. Wow. Okay. Impressive. I guess we run it back. I don't really think I want to change this up. Jeez. We'll play first. Yeah. Yeah, that's an early Teferi we'll keep. Start island. Pass the turn. Scariest of all basic lands. Opponent starts Spire Bluff Canal. Play a Signet. Opponent gonna play a Mountain. We'll play a Marsh Flats. Oh shoot, hang on. That doesn't work, does it? We'll get our Underground Sea. Blade's Ferry. I guess that did work, I just was dumb. Alright, it's a Rabble Master. Luckily we do have an answer for Rabble Master in hand. And we drew just enough mana to actually deal with it. So play Scalding Tarn, we're going to fetch up an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dark Ritual. Elish Norn. Pass the turn. This means no more Glenelander Archmage. Rabble Master answered. Now we just gotta find a way to win the game. I guess we could Dark Petition for Mind Twist. That'd be cool. Opponent has a High Tide. Treachery. Oh no. They get to untap their lands. If they've got Through the Breach, and Blightsteel Colossus, we're just dead. Mana Flare. Okay, that's a lot. Is that just style points? Are we dead? Okay. We draw Heartbeat of Spring, which is not super useful. Oh, we have Mana Flare now. I mean, that should be enough, right? So we go and get Mind Twist. Mind Twist X3. We could bounce our own Elish Norn. Play a Shambling Vent. Pass the turn. Woo! That worked out. Play Elish Norn. Oh, we could have, I guess, animated Shambling Vent there, but we didn't. Opponent has to win with just one card in hand. Which, if they draw Explosion, I think they might be able to. Animate Shambling Vent. Get in. Not attacking with Shambling Vent that one time might actually end up killing us. If they have like a Time Spiral into something crazy. Inkwell Leviathan. It has Island Walk. We drew Brainstorm. So we start Brainstorm. Sphinx of the Steel Wind. There's a card that can do something. We'll put back Swamp and Frantic Search. Oh, hang on. Bounce Mana Flare. Then we pass. Now our opponent has to spend an absurd amount of their mana to just recast Mana Flare if they need to. And we're representing lethal. Okay, they replay Mana Flare. And pass. We draw a swamp. Play a swamp. Tick up to fairy. Animate Shambling Vent. And this should be lethal. Alright. Whew. Barely got that one out there. But, alright. See you guys in round 3. This is a very slow hand. We're missing blue, too, which is kind of important in this deck. I think we're going to mulligan. Okay. I'll keep this. We're going to put back a Plains. Opponent starts Mountain. We draw Regrowth, play Shambling Vent, pass the turn. Ooh, is this mono red? This might be mono red. Play an island and pass. Swamp. Duretti Scrap Savant. Makes a construct. I'm gonna Marsh Flats. Play Marsh Flats. Pass the turn. But it makes a construct. These are just 1/1 constructs. I think they're using the wrong token art because those do not get +1/+1 for each artifact you control. That's really weird. I was very concerned for a minute, but they do have Defender. Play Watery Grave tapped. Untap. We find Dark Ritual. Play an island. So we have Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Dark Petition, and Yawgmoth's Bargain. I mean, we could just try and land Yawgmoth's Bargain. Because we're at 4 and just Dark Ritual takes us to 6. Let's try it. Dark Ritual. Yawgmoth's Bargain. Okay, they remand it. Annoying, but not the end of the world. They play a Bitter Blossom. Make another Defender. Pass. We draw Narset. So we'll play Narset. Down tick. We will take Thirst for Knowledge. Pass the turn. Opponent gets a Bitter Blossom token, passes through the majority of their turn, makes another token, they play a land. Zealous Conscripts. Get to gain control of Narset. Oh, they're going to give the Fairy Rogue haste? Question mark? What happened there? Plains. Does that do anything? We can Plains Ritual Time Spiral. That puts our opponent to 1 card in hand. Gives us a new hand. I think that's worth it. I tapped wrong, didn't I? Oh, why did I do that? I needed to use Shambling Vent for black. Now I don't have double blue. Let's see, we could Dark Petition for Mind Twist, put him to 0 cards in hand. Or we can play Bargain. I think we Dark Petition for Mind Twist. I think that's slightly safer. Oh, that was bad. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry you had to see that. Mind Twist him to no cards in hand. Treachery and Steam Vents is what our opponent was holding. We will down tick Narset. Do we want Gifts Ungiven or Brain Freeze? I guess we take Gifts Ungiven. Gifts Ungiven could get us Unburial Rites and, I guess, Elishnorn. I don't know if we have Elishnorn in the main deck. It could get Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Maybe we just take Brain Freeze. Yeah, let's take Brain Freeze. We'll pass. Okay, opponent's going to lose a life to get a fairy. We're really only in danger of Kiki Jiki. Because you can't put Oh no, Splinter Twin on this does work. I'm thinking of Restoration Angel. Okay, opponent's going to hit us for 3 and kill Narset. That's fine. We draw Brainstorm. So let's Brainstorm, try and hit a land. It is in fact a land. Put back those 2. Play an island. Thirst for knowledge. Discard an artifact. Now we can... We could Demonic Tutor for Black Lotus, and then Black Lotus Brain Freeze our opponent. Actually, hang on. We could Demonic Tutor for Black Lotus, crack Black Lotus for green, regrowth Black Lotus, and then Brain Freeze. So how many Storm is that? So we're 2. Demonic Tutor would be 3. Lotus is 4. Regrowth Lotus 5, 6. It's very close. I think we do that. Because next turn we can just time spiral and then do whatever. Our opponent has 0 cards in hand, and... Oh, shoot. We just gave them the ability to alt Duretti and get Sphinx. It doesn't have haste, though, so it should be fine. It should be. Question marks. Okay, Demonic Tutor. Black Lotus. Play Black Lotus. Regrow Black Lotus. Black Lotus. Brain Freeze for 7 total? So that's 21 cards. Then we just have to time spiral and dig for Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze with like Storm 2. Hope our opponent does not have Eldrazi. Oh, we could just kill them. Or they could just kill us, because we could mill a artifact that they could make a ton of copies of and just kill us. They have Mox Pearl, Black Lotus, Bombat Courier. Okay, so Duretti ult, not that scary. Oh, I guess Time Spiral is bad if they pick up their whole deck. So we need to play like Bargain, then Time Spiral. Oh man, out of really cool plans that I have, yeah, that's scary. The only counterspell we've seen is Remand. Animate Lava Claw Reaches. They're gonna Fire Breathe it. Okay. We take a bunch of damage. We go to 6. Get a Plains. Which I don't think we play. Oh, this is so bad. But okay, Time Spiral. Let's get one more chance at a turn that might beat our opponent. This is not a hand that does it. I mean, they would kill us anyway with damage. They didn't even need the Steel Wind Sphinx. But maybe we could have like animated Shambling Vent to block or attacked with it or something. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not enough Storm. Okay. Versus our opponent's deck. Ultimate price we might need. Elishanorn seems okay. Actually, let's do Packrat and Liliana. And we're going to cut Inkwell. We don't want to put artifacts in the grave, simply because Duretti is a thing. Which means we may not want the Unburial Rights package. In that case, let's run Fact or Fiction? No. Let's do Days Ultimate Price. We're a little more all-in on Storm. But we didn't see anything that would hinder it. So, like, we should be able to Brain Freeze him out. Alright, let's play first. Yeah, this is a quick Liliana. I'm fine with this, we'll keep. Start Scalding Tarn, pass the turn. I'm going to start Mountain. Fetch up a Water Grave. Brainstorm, huh? We could Demonic Tutor for Black Lotus and play Liliana this turn. I don't think that's good. Play an island, pass the turn. Represent Mana Drain, Counterspell, and Mana Leak, and a whole bunch of other things. But a Burst Lightning's our face. Sure. Come on, play Swamp. There you go. No blue mana here. Mesmeric Fiend. Probably takes Liliana. Yep. Okay. We find a forest, which is really good, actually. So let's Brainstorm. LED Ultimate Price Forest. Put back Forest and I guess Lion's Eye Diamond. Play a Forest. And I guess because we drew Ultimate Price, we're going to pass the turn and Ultimate Price Mesmeric Fiend. Opponent plays a Volcanic Island. They're going to play Dak Faden. Okay. They go looting. Dak Faden's going to be a problem. They discard Duretti and Lightning Strike. They go attacking. We Ultimate Price it. Get back Liliana. We draw Lion's Eye Diamond. Play Underground Sea. Play Lily. I think we're going to discard this Plains or Thirst. I think we discard Thirst for Knowledge. Plus, make each player discard. They discard Fact or Fiction. Okay, we're going to keep our cards in hand here. Opponent plays an island. And an Avalanche Riders. They're going to destroy a land. That's a little frustrating. Destroy our forest. Sure. I'm going to get in at Lily. Take her to 2. Goes looting again. So next turn we have up to 7 mana. I was hoping we could go and get Yawgmoth's Bargain, but it doesn't look like we will be able to. Get a forest, because that was what we put under the other one. Oh, we have 7 mana. We could Dark Petition for something, but that's just Storm Count. It doesn't do anything. I guess we can start with Demonic Tutor. Well, we wanted Lion's Eye Diamond with Demonic Tutor on the stack. What do we have that's 5 mana or less? That'd be really good to play here. Okay. We could get Teferi, we could get Narset. Time Spiral is 6 mana. God, I don't remember what's in my deck right now. Shoot, hang on. I think there's a way to check. Isn't there a 318 Vintage Cube? That's last Vintage Cube. Alright. Hang on. I could stop and go look at the footage, but I'm too lazy. Heartbeat Regrowth. Alright, I'm wasting too much time. I think we're just going to go get probably Teferi. Play a Plains. Play Lion's Eye Diamond. Tick up Liliana. Pitch a forest. Demonic Tutor. Crack for black, I guess. Alright, let's see what we can get. Pack Rat doesn't do anything. Frantic Search doesn't do anything. We were 1 mana off of getting a big play. I guess we take Teferi. Yeah, we'll take Teferi. It's an extra draw next turn. Sorry for the long pause there, everybody. Tick up Teferi. Probably what would have been better there is if I had taken Narset and cracked for blue instead. Opponent does not pay the Echo. They go treasure cruising. And they go looting. Discarding Mountain Inquisition. You have a Young Pyromancer. Mountain. If they tap out to get a token here, and it's not for a Lightning Strike effect to kill Lily, we could bounce the token, make him sack Pyromancer, but it looks like they have an instant, so that's not going to work. Okay, we get a Brain Freeze. So let's bounce Pyromancer. Let's see what we draw. Shambling Vent. Okay. Play Shambling Vent. Let's just make a mill 3, I think. The saddest Brain Freeze of all time. Then we tick up Lily. They discard Young Pyromancer. Interesting. Okay. They probably have like 2 targeted spells for Dakfaden's ultimate so that they can just take our Planeswalkers and win the game. I like to imagine that if Dakfaden ults and he steals other Planeswalkers, he's seducing them. I mean, look at that. You think Liliana or Teferi can resist that? A literal red-handed thief. Stealing the hearts and minds of everyone around him. Okay, opponent's gonna go looting. They discard Goblin Guide and Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Interesting. Okay. They play an island. Inferno Titan. I think they have to ping down Lily here for 3. Otherwise, they just discard, or otherwise we make them sack Inferno Titan. Okay. Seems good. We draw a Plains, which is not very useful here. Play a Plains, make our opponent hellbent. Plus Teferi, that was Zealous Conscripts. Oh, good. This is very, very awkward. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent's gonna get in with an Inferno Titan, which I think can kill us in 2 swings if they just attack us, but they have to kill Lily, and they have to do it with the trigger. Okay. Oh, they're gonna ping down Teferi, and they're going to attack Lily. Okay. Shambling Vent, you're our only hope. You gotta absorb this Lava Titan. Our opponent has to not have it. There's so many things that could go wrong. Our opponent has to not have a creature, not have a burn spell, not have really anything. Block Inferno Titan. Liliana survives momentarily. Opponent goes looting. You only have 9 cards left. This would be really funny if they drew themselves to death. They discard Mountain Black Lotus and play a Bitter Blossom. That is a clock. We draw a very useless Dark Ritual, make our opponent sack Inferno Titan. Okay, opponent's gonna lose a life. I think our best sequence of draws would be like Forest Regrowth, and that would kill our opponent. They go looting, they have 6 cards left. They discard Mox Pearl Steam Vents. We draw a Dimir Signet. Gonna hold on to that. Don't want to give our opponent any reason to do anything other than plus Dakfaden. They hit us for 1. Emblem deck, Vaden. Play an island. Pass the turn. Is it too late? Are we gonna die? We take 2 this turn. Okay, we take 3 this turn. 4 next turn. 5, 3, 4, 5. I think we die unless we draw something. No, because Bombet Courier exiles cards from the top of their deck, which makes them have an even shorter clock. Oh man, I wonder if our opponent thought about that. Probably not. They probably were just like, oh, it's a hasty attacker. They sack it. Interesting. Another land. Play Marsh Flats. Pass the turn. Oh, okay. We get hit for 3 this turn, 4 next turn, and 5 the turn after, and I think we live because our opponent drew too many cards. And they discarded like all of their clocks. I don't know what they were thinking. Mind twist them for 1. It was a swamp. Worth. Okay, opponent hits us for 4, we go to 8. No! No, that's exactly lethal. Oh, something good, please. I don't believe it. Our opponent was drawing into a bolt for lethal. That's absurd. And we drew nothing for like 8 turns. We die exactly. Anger noises. Oh, well, we definitely got cheated out of that win for sure. I mean, it's not like I was playing poorly or anything. Totally was. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this iteration of Vintage Cube. If you did, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. You can also find me on Twitch under the same username. Follow me there to catch me live. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!